What's up, fam? We're here today. It's Madam Vincent to do a financial check-in, general messages about your finances, as it is Thursday. All right. So, this is going to be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. Also, while you guys take the times to meditate and choose your pile, please only take the things that resonate for you and leave the rest for everyone else, as they may not be relevant to your path. That being said, I wanted to also share with you guys a little something that I've been working on. Check these out. These are pendulums that I've been working on. And this one is Amazonite and crystal quartz right up in here. And this one is a blue aura quartz with the blue nazar and a little star charm. Whoops. I have more in the works, so stay tuned, guys. Today's focus is going to be on messages regarding your finances, maybe like little, I guess, situations to deal with or so, like the main theme or like lesson at play or the situation at hand that, basically like your advice as well that's relevant to the situation that's current. So, I hope you guys are doing well. If I didn't already say that. Sorry. I'm over here trying to gather stuff together. So also, at the end of each pile, I am going to be doing spirit box messages. So I'll be pulling them out from our spirit box from the messages of the ancestors. So let's get started. What's up, pile 1? If you chose the 3 pennies, this is your reading, or 1 cent. One of them is from 2014 and it has the initial letter D in it. Let me see if there's anything more relevant. Nope. Let's see. One of them is 2019. For some of you, those numbers may be relevant or years. And 2016. So 2014, 2016, and 2019 could be, relevant times. And then perhaps even flows of how income has gone. Because here, this penny is a little bit less shiny than the 3rd penny. And the 2nd penny is definitely a lot more duller. It's been used a lot more. It's been handled a lot more. More depleted than, say, even this or this. Don't mind my cat. Soren is in the back trying to chat with his cousin through the door. Anyways, so financial messages. So your themes and main advices for the situation would be learning to come into your spiritual gifts, focus and hone in on skills. Some of you, you may find a new financial opportunity through your spiritual gifts. You may find that you have a hidden gift or talent for that or knack for that, especially if you're already very spiritual. And then the 3 is also significant of manifestation of perhaps, if you're an entrepreneur or somebody that's been thinking about doing that, having to deal with the highs and lows of what comes with being an entrepreneur and a business person in general. I can definitely understand that because I've done definitely a lot of freelance and commission work as well. And I mean, hey, Sister Vincent over here, Madam Vincent over here is, working for herself. So definitely honing in on your gifts, whether they're, financial inclinations. For some of you, maybe also be crypto witches like myself, where you get an inclination or an urge to buy maybe even cryptocurrencies or certain stocks and trades. Not saying that you should do that. Only take what resonates. It's not financial help. Just saying it out there because I don't want nobody to be like, well, I did this. Yeah, you did. Not me. You. For some of you, maybe your ancestors calling you out to really focus on your finances, how you're spending your finances, and maybe budgeting a structure around that so that you can succeed. So let's see what's up. The tarot have the Chariot, the Magician. You guys actually got 4 cards. Chariot, Magician, 3 of Swords, and 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're being asked to basically, feel your losses, cut ties with whatever in the past was no longer making you happy, and charge forward, and to really step into your power and manifest, manifest the life that you want. Because really, there's great success, if you follow the path, whatever path it is that you're on. For a lot of you, it just means some of you go back to school if you're, thinking about going back to school. Others of you, you may be in school and it's just charge forth. Even if you've been dealing with certain, financial losses, emotional losses, even, or just personal or spiritual losses within the self, maybe even for some of you a dark night of the soul, but you're charging forth, you're pulling through, and you're being asked to just have more confidence in your skill and ability to charge forth. Take control of the situation right now in the present. Step into your power, hold your power as you move forward. You must make the decision yourself, though. So you don't take too much time to decide when is the right time, because time stops for no one. And that's something that you can't get back. That's a message for some of you. Don't waste so much time. Don't be so wistful, or maybe don't get stuck on things of the past. Or don't let those things that hold you back, maybe financially, maybe structurally, maybe, to hold you back in general. Even some of you, financial, you've been having financial stagnation because of heartbreak, personal love, relationships, familial, whatever. But you will find a new confidence in yourself to resurface as the grand person that you are manifesting yourself to be. Let's see what other messages you got. Yep, you have the 5 of Diamonds here. Lucky card, easy flow, money, love, ideas, creativity, success. Quick success is possible. Just go after what matters. Take risks. This is actually, for me, is like a repetition of the Chariot. Take hold of the situation and go after what really matters. And then influencing others. Some of you may be going into influencing others, especially if you're tarot readers or also spiritually inclined or gifted. For some of you that have special gifts, you are being asked to hone into your special gifts. Like even myself, I have to continuously always work on cleansing myself, because damn, girl, being getting bombarded by all kinds of energies left and right. And you know, as a spiritual person that, you know, is claircognizant, clairsentient, empathic, I am very sensitive to energies, so I have to do a lot to calm down my central nervous system as well, which is why I do a lot of working out also. It helps me stop thinking. For some of you, you need to really settle down and stop thinking. And I heard a neighbor in the background say, "Are you guys okay?" So perhaps you need to take a little bit of a break and be a little more gentle also, to be still enough to be able to listen what decision you should head into financially as well, and not just, you know, career path wise. But whatever you do, following the path that makes you happy is going to allow you to have lots of new friendships, new celebrations, and meet new people outside of your imminent circle. For those of you, you may end up working with other business partners. You may end up having business partners, you know, or influencing others to even start their own businesses. So definitely keep working and going on that. And then the Eight of basically Wands or clubs. Moving forward on all plans, watch out for burnout. So definitely take the time to rest when necessary, but definitely move forward on all your plans. Have confidence to step forth into the grand person or the grand master that you're starting to become into. You know, watch out for being discouraged. Keep going forward. Even if you feel doubt and you feel those fears, everybody has them. It's rational to feel that way. You know, sometimes even I end up having those situations, but the only thing that matters is really how you choose to react to the situation and, you know, strategize your plan ahead. Are you going to let it hold you back, or are you going to learn from it so that you can better estimate your trajectory into the future of whatever it is you're trying to manifest? Yeah. Finish it. Keep going forward. Finish it. Because this is a test to see whether if you're going to keep showing up for yourself or not. You're almost there. Charge ahead. Again, we got that influence 3 times with the Chariot. A lot of moving forward, a lot of charging forward. So I really like this. Maybe just need a little bit more confidence and stuff. You're being asked if you have to be selfish, please take the time to step away from the situation so that, you know, you can do what's best for you to move forward and really hold on to that power so that you can manifest. And in the background, one of my neighbors is driving off on their motorcycle. So yeah, keep going forward and vroom vroom, leave them witches behind, you know, and all those snitches back there too, whoever they are. You know, just take lots of care. For some of you, cleanse your aura all the time. Cleanse yourself from head to toe, and keep going forward, especially if you're into, you know, spiritual development and the seeking of higher knowledge, arcane knowledge, akashic records, anything that has to do with like the higher realms of study as well as the lesser realms of study. When you come back to the centered realm, which is where you are now in the 3D, You must be able to transmute any of the lingering energies within your body so that it does not create any stagnations within and prevent you from moving forward. That's a message for some of you, especially if you've been feeling tense in your arms or around the shoulder areas, perhaps even neck, and maybe even like thigh areas. Just be careful if you sit down a lot. Please make sure you do your stretches. And I don't know, that was a whole other bit. But hey, especially if you guys work in offices or, or sitting on a desk, doing admin stuff for hours on end, just always do a little movement. Anyways, those are all. Oh, wait. No. Those are not all the messages. Let's get to it with the spirit box. It's pretty straightforward. Alright, ancestors. Just a couple messages from my pile 1. Couple. Kind of a lot. Okay. So optimism. Healing. There's a lot of that needs to go on. You're a star, baby. Go for it. Confusion. If you've been feeling confused, you got to ground yourself. You need to take some time to really focus on what matters. Some of you may have been feeling dead inside in the situation that you may have been dealing with in your careers or jobs, finances, sort of thing. Please seek out the things that truly make you happy. Seek out the things that really light up your skies. Some of you guys may drive a GT or play, Grand Theft or Auto or something. I don't know. I'm not saying don't do none of that, but it's your life. Do whatever you want. Like I said, only you have the power to change your life. Go check my disclaimer. Anyways, passion. Follow your passions. January may have been significant. It may have lit a candle inside you, maybe light the way. Affection. If you've been feeling unbalanced, you need to rebalance yourself. Tower moment, where it's starting to see, this is like a tower moment, but an elevation tower moment. So more like a spiritual, mental tower moment. Not as so much as the physical, but it can still manifest as that if it's relevant to your situation only. I've been becoming complacent. Perhaps that tower moment within yourself is understanding and realizing that perhaps you've been becoming complacent with where you are and not challenging yourself enough to move forward. Talk, conversate, talk. So maybe there's a lot of talking around you, or maybe chatter that you need to quiet down. Sit with nature. Again, you need to find a way of drowning those out. I never want to leave your side. You are my dream. Perhaps that is, part of this 3 of Swords energy, or heartbreak. That, is something that you gotta balance out. Follow your path. Roll with it. Sexy as fuck. Roll with it because you're sexy as fuck. Don't forget who you are. Sorry for the F-bomb there. It just came out so naturally. Just say no. I heard just say no to the past. Just say no. I want to ask for a date, so perhaps that's relevant to just say no, or maybe not. I don't want to hold you back. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Perhaps there's a resistance here. Look, listen to me. When there is a resistance, see it as a form of divine protection, in a way that it's going to shoot you forward into, maybe not shoot you, but I guess when an arrow gets slung back, the bow is, the universe pulling you, the arrow, back. So you're going to be launched forward or projected forward at a much faster speed. but you need to follow the path ahead, the path that truly makes you happy, the things that make you happy, especially those things I feel are going to be good when it comes to your career as well. And it may even help align you, because it'll probably bring you some deeper understanding as well. The number 2, so partnerships. Some of you may be having, again, those work partnerships. You may have to say no. You may choose to, but just please do your due diligence and just see all your angles. And watch out for scammers always, because, there's always people that are always trying to scam, no matter what career area you're in or whatever. You truly understand me. Perhaps maybe people might end up telling you, you truly understand me. You ease my mind. Perhaps you ease people. What I get is some of your guys' energy is very calming, that you put people's minds at ease at times, or they feel in a safe place in a way. Ancestors, you got to listen to your ancestors, because they may be reaching out to you. I don't want you for me. That may be relevant to the whole I want to ask for a date and I don't want to hold you back. Travel by sea. Perhaps you may end up traveling by sea, or maybe, where you may end up seeing yourself is traveling a lot more, maybe going on cruises, feeling more financially free, and you got to follow the path that makes you happy so that you can. Or some of you may end up traveling for work as well. Future plans, yep. Bad boy, for some of you is relevant with all those other ones. Say just, I know. Fulfillment. And then the little house. My little house drawing. You guys like my little house drawing? This is such a little preschool drawing of a house. But I like it. I don't care what anyone says. I am so proud of my little house drawing. Why? Because it's so simple, and it's just like with kids. It's just, they just look at the brighter, happier things of life, and to me, I always felt that connection through art. So yeah, happy home. It's pretty much what it gets for me. You'll be able to build a happy home. You just have to follow the path and hone in on your skills so that you can get there. Everything is going and running smoothly. You just have to believe it and pretty much claim that life for yourself, that you're more than capable of manifesting. Again, like I said, you're manifesting to be yourself a great person. So those are really all the messages I have for you now, Pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please let me know how it resonates in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe so that you can see more content to this. I would appreciate it if you guys, share my videos with other people that may be interested. And, check out my shop at Destavia's Designs. I'm on Instagram. And if you guys want to follow me personally, I am at Vindesta, Vindesta, on Instagram. And I'll post that up on the screen, but I'll see you guys next time, Pile 1. Hello, Pile 2. What's up? I hope you guys are doing good. So, if you guys chose the nickel or 5-cent piece, 2015 may be relevant. Was there anything else back here? Monticello. I don't know, that may be relevant. Or maybe even, this location here. Anyways. Pile 2. We're going to do the messages and I guess themes, advices that, when it comes to your finances and your career. So we have, let others reap what they have sown. You will get to sit on your throne. Have confidence, justice. Lesson learned. Also, the nickel is obviously 5 cents. 2015. So, 5 cents, 15, whatever. 5 is indicative of change. Perhaps there's things that you need to change or are dealing with certain changes in the current moment. I only feel right when I'm doing wrong. I only feel right when I'm doing wrong. Let's see. For some of you, alright, so what we got here is the 5 of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. When it comes to your finances, maybe you've been feeling left out in the cold when it comes to certain financial situations and needing to move away from for some of you it's a job, having to deal with a cold, domineering authoritative presence in your job or work. You may have failed to meet their expectations, or people may constantly fail to meet their expectations. This almost seems like it's somebody that would take credit for for the things that you've done, or when you're near this person, because they are so, maybe even for a few of you, intimidating if this is a boss, having a hard time trying to speak up when it comes to them. They tend to have high taste and luxurious taste and high standards. And maybe they may have been putting you through situations of pain as well. For some of you, if this is a person in your work or financial matters, maybe even a business partner, this person may kind of try to instill intimidation towards you, or try to take, I guess, like in a sense, the more bossy lead or so, or very firm about like, oh, it needs to be done like this. It can't be like this. It's their way or the highway. They're going to be learning a lesson. And you need to let people eat their own shit sometimes. And this is kind of what it's like, where it's like the truth is going to come out of something about this person, and maybe the way that they've treated you, if this is a work situation, if they've been slandering or, just throwing dirt on your name, or yeah, just kind of like maybe even bullying you for some of you. But not always. And then the necessity, I can't even speak. Yeah. Some of you gotta speak up. If you haven't, you got to speak up so that something can change. Because we have the 5, and then another 5 in the 15, even though we have a 6 here. But this signifies a movement also. So you need to move away from like even the emotional poverty that it's even bringing you. If this is a job or a career situation where you're having to deal with such a person, it's time to really look for some of us, I heard, take the high road or start looking for another position where you're not being under control under someone else's I heard loud mouth, but their overbearingness. This person, if it's a person, can have brunette or auburn, maybe reddish hair. For some of you, blonde, maybe even black, but it's mostly like, well, yeah, dark haired or so. Dark haired or different. Like just something different. Where it's not like here and there, but it's in between. Whatever. you'll know who it is. Only take what resonates for you only. Let's see. So we have the death card, completion cycles, good or bad, courage and inner wisdom needed to be strong. So yeah, if it's a work situation, you may be leaving a job. You may be walking away from the whole situation altogether. Or this person may end up getting fired because they they get caught up in something, or they get caught in their own actions, or in the action, whatever. But it's going to be an exemplary lesson, not just to them, but I feel like maybe even in the workplace for them. Major changes depending on you. So if this is a work situation, and say maybe you've been having to deal with something about HR, and you've been really like, you know what, I'm going to quit. I don't want to work here. This is too much. I'm tired of dealing with animosity. I don't want to deal with this. I'm doing what I can. And every single time that I do something good, it's never enough. Or just being undervalued a lot. And maybe even having, going back and forth. Or being maybe even dehumanized for some of you if this is a work situation by somebody who is above you or thinks that they're above you or anyone else. That there is good effort, good fortune to those that put effort. So whatever you choose to do, favor is going to be on your side when it comes to the situation. You're on top or on bottom of things when it comes to the situation, whether you want to stay or you want to cut the situation short and be like, F this, I'm not dealing with this. And then achievement over obstacles, difficulties coming to an end, improving, yay. So definitely you're on top or on bottom of things regardless of whichever position you take. You'll be able to sit on your throne. Justice will be served when it comes to this situation here, especially if it comes to dealing with somebody at work and somebody who's particularly nasty. For some of you, I feel like you're gonna be able to strategize a way that's going to pretty much expose or reveal them for the way that they are, which I would be careful anyways, but have confidence in your own skills that, you'll get to sit on your throne. Because for some of you, I feel like maybe this situation may be where you two end up getting put into this maybe similar tasks, or a task where maybe they may have taken credit for the job that you have done, and turns out when it comes to it, they can't even handle the task, that it ends up getting offered to you or something, because it was almost like a situation if somebody above them recognized, hey, this person is not as developed as we thought they actually were. So that's not for all of you, so just take whatever resonates. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like maybe you've been having a hard time speaking up, that finally it's just gonna come out. And you may be feeling like pressure in your chest, or just feeling a lot of pressure in general to get it together or hold it together. But I'm here to tell you, you got this. You just gotta, I heard for some of you, just cut this ish out. So let's see what the ancestors got to say from our spirit box. You guys are doing great today, by the way. Right, ancestors, a couple of messages for my pile 2. Yeah, stand up for what you believe in. Some of you are really being called to verbalize, work on that throat chakra. And, if you need to call a bee out, call a bee out. Do whatever you want. Just saying, though. Stand up for yourself. Own your dreams. Maybe even this number 928 might be relevant for some of you, that maybe even your apartment number if you live in an apartment. But own your dreams. You're being asked to really own up to your own stuff too. When it comes down to it, you gotta own up to it and stand up for what you believe in. Secret. So somebody's secret, if it comes to work or business, it's gonna come out. It's a secret that's gonna come out that's going to really balance the scales in your favor. There are things in the works. You're just being asked to strategize and be smart about how things work in the process, and then also to just kind of watch your own steps as well, and just keep working on yourself, keep putting in the effort, keep moving forward. I am afraid to open up to you again. Some of you are afraid to open up or speak out about the injustice that you may have been dealing or feeling with. But fear not. Screw what anyone says. Do what's best for you. I dream of having a family with you. For somebody that's maybe a secret admirer, somebody that's just been, maybe that's why they've been acting kind of, stupid at work or something. I don't know, but it may be relevant. Let's see. Work through the pain. Some of you have been dealing with this for a while, that maybe even working through it at work, or if this is a love work, hot mess. Perhaps seeing them at work may have been painful, or, having to work with them all the time, especially if things are not all that great. It can be hard or a little heavy. But you'll be able to get through it, get through the cycle, or choose to leave the entire situation altogether. Perhaps even have a career job change so that you can move on to better things. At the end of the day, you will have achievement over things that went down. Alcohol. Maybe if this is a person that's been treating you dumb at work or something like that, a work situation, they may be caught with alcohol or being drunk or drinking on the job. Four of Pentacles. You need to stand in your power. Start really being selfish about your needs and your the effort that you put into it. Start really holding on to your power, and if this is somebody that is hey, can you help me do this, and then they get you doing the task, and then they end up wandering off or leaving you stuck with a task, you need to start saying no. That's relevant for only some of you, but you need to start saying no. You need to start saying, sorry, but I have a lot of stuff to do, or I can't right now. There's something that I gotta, take care of. Or, hell, make yourself extra busy so that they can't come knock you off your own busy, because they don't want to get off their ass and be busy themselves. Yeah. You gotta step into it, and you gotta be firm with this King of Pentacles or King of Diamonds energy. You gotta ground yourself in that and really, really be firm when it comes to your career and your finances, and really hold on to that power, because I feel like that 4 is just kind of the precursor extension to that King. Oh, I can't even speak. I might be stuttering. That person may stutter or something. Or maybe this person gets you nervous that you stutter because, maybe they've been intimidating or being just a-holes at work. You'll be able to step into that power. You just need to start verbalizing and vocalizing, and start really, doing justice and right by you as well. A for alcohol. The letter I, or maybe even L. Oh. Q, alcohol. A, I can't make it up. K, and J. Or maybe somebody could be like, oh, I was just kidding. Say some backhanded dumbass compliments like some people say, at work, because they're secretly envious. they can be like, oh, just kidding, but you have a gut feeling that they were not kidding, or just it's just a okay. Trust that. Trust that. Especially if this is somebody who's pretending to be like your friend or all friendly at work, just so that they can get away with like assigning you their work while they go waste time. And for some of you, basically you get shit on because your work isn't being accomplished on time. All right. I don't know, perhaps some of you may work with someone named Ada, or AADA or something like that. That's just something that came through, but this is pretty much what I got for you. So really start standing up for yourselves, pile 2. Some of you may have been drawn to pile 3 only because when I was pulling out the cards for these, I started by asking what are the general messages and themes for pile 2's careers, but instead of saying pile 2, I said pile 3. So perhaps some of you may end up having messages in pile 3. If you were drawn that way, I would definitely check it out. Perhaps there may be messages there for you as well. So just take what resonates. And let me know how you guys like this and how it resonates in the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please follow me on Instagram. I'm at Vindesta. And check out my shop on IG and Instagram as well, and my personal website, destaviasdesigns.com. I have a lot of different jewelries, and soon I will be posting up magical tools as well. I'm working on a whole lot of different stuff and collections so that I have a lot of stuff to offer to you guys. Like, check out this really neat. Isn't that beautiful? Anyways, that's all for you guys, pile 2. Have an awesome day. Please stay strong, stay safe, and stand up for yourselves. Peace. Pile 3, what's up? If you chose this dime right here, this is your pile. So this 10 cents right here. So the year on this is 2018, and then to me that looks like a 3 of wands. So perhaps some of you are gonna start a journey, or have been on a financial journey, or been traveling for work as well, or strategizing simply for work, really gathering up that energy to execute plans, or you have a lot of things that you have in mind when it comes to your passions as well. And trying to obtain that completion in your finances. But let's see what the main themes and messages, and then what advice you guys have from the ancestors and messages from the spirit box. So let's see. Watch for trouble. There may be troublesome people, jealousy, or situations. Tread lightly again. So and that actually tends to happen, especially when you're on a journey of any sort, whether it's spiritual, love, financial. A lot of times when you're ascending and leveling up, you're going to be faced with a lot of the ugliness of life as well, because people tend to get upset about knowing the fact that you come from the same place and they're still in the same place, and that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with their perspective and their lack mentality when it comes to it. So if you feel or notice any off shish or off things in your surroundings, please pay attention to that, because that's going to give you, I heard for some of you, as a dead giveaway or a red flag for maybe situations, relationships, or partnerships that maybe need to be checked out or looked at, because they may come across as an obstacle, or may try to intervene in any sort of way when it comes to your finances. But let's see what the tarot has to say. So you have the King of Swords, 5 of Wands, and then the World. Yeah, there may have been somebody, a jealous masculine, who's very like analytical or mental, somebody that can be sharp-witted, maybe even sharp-tongued sometimes, or come off as abrasive when they want to. This person can be a very reserved person, but they're very, from what it feels like, they perhaps maybe even be guarded. Um, Maybe even somebody that you may have admired at one point, because of the influence, or maybe admire, or maybe you even admire this as a mentor, but sometimes you end up being around a mentor where the student surpasses the mentor type of energy as well. And then having, when it comes to it, battles around you, or having to, go back and forth, or, basically defend your position where you're at. Maybe even against this person. Or you will be forced into a role of leadership by this person if they are, a superior of some kind as well. Yeah, again, see, in the past, the journey came to an end. So you have a completion, as this is the 10, the dime. And then we have basically what looks like the 3 of Wands here. And this is that journey. You're completing a cycle already where it's time to step up into new leadership roles. And, maybe you're not feeling like, the most, I guess, you're not really prepared. Or maybe there's battles around that situation where you may be competing, or others may be trying to compete with you, or maybe a situation where you're just like, you don't even want the position, but you end up in the position anyways. Where positive actions are always going to trump negative ones. So, you're going to probably be promoted if you're in a job position. Just watch out for the jealous people that are always going to be around, that just be judging or trying to catch you slipping. I feel like you guys' energy is on the go, 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 go. I keep having to slow myself down just to breathe. So perhaps some of you have been so busy that you may have been forgetting to breathe. So please, breathe. Watch out for being burnt out as well. So let's see what other messages you got here. Procrastination in life. Procrastination in certain areas in life, vital to your success. Usually, work you dislike, areas of most procrastination. So for some of you, if this is a position that you're trying to get and there's like debate going back and forth, you may be forced to put in the effort, or you may be needing to put in the effort in a certain area that you've been procrastinating to polish yourself up so that you can gain this position of leadership. And for others, you're going to be put into maybe a training or a teaching. You may be mentoring with someone, or maybe you've surpassed a previous mentor if it's somebody that you worked with. Say like you are, a regular employee, and then you're working, closely with the lead, or maybe even a supervisor, and you end up doing a lot more than the supervisor or the lead, and maybe you get chosen for a position and maybe they get passed up for it, and they've been there for a while, and perhaps maybe there's a jealousy or something there when it comes to that, like, hey, but I've been here and I did this and I taught them that, like I should be in that position, is what I'm getting for some of you. Only for those of you that it resonates, that may be the work situation, and you may have to watch out for that energy coming back around you. So the feeling that I get when I'm doing this reading, as I'm reading and channeling the energy with that breathing, is that perhaps also maybe things around your situation at work may be tense or very dense at work in the energy. So for those of you, just in general, I always recommend that everybody cleanse themselves when they, when they get to work, or I mean, not when they get to work, before you get into work and after you come out of work, because that'll really help you kind of clear away the energies that you're taking from home to work and just kind of leaving that separate. And then, the energies coming out of work to home, you can leave all that shish back, because sometimes it's like bringing all that extra baggage from work at home is just no fun. Like, it shouldn't even come home with you. And that's something that you also may need to balance for some of you. And close out cycles like that as well. Yeah. Again, working on yourself, tidying up final projects, polishing up, hard work, soon to pay off. Hard work for those who have a hard time finishing things, making it look good. For those of you that have been procrastinating on the situation or procrastinating on getting your done, you're going to be forced into getting it done, but because you're going to be, perhaps forced into a position that you may not really want. But you're going to be forced to work on the things that are, the areas of yourself that you most like push away or, drag your feet to do. Those are really the areas that you should, right here, those are the areas that you should attack first, because those are the ones that, are your biggest blocks in the way of you getting forward or, getting into this position. If you're trying to get a position of leadership or authority, moving on up in the world. Wistfulness. A small problem could be serious if it's not checked. Wistfulness. So some of you guys been wasting way too much time dwindling back and forth, or, stagnating at work. Some of you, maybe you need to get on it, or, stop dropping the ball at work when it comes to it and really, really get on it so that, you can really be successful and thrive in this. You have the capacity and ability to be entirely successful. You just need to really step up the situation. You're being asked to really stick your nose to the grindstone and focus on your work, because if you don't, for some of you, you're going to have to pay for it. That's not for everybody. Whatever way that is, whether it's some of you losing a job or having to deal with, the repercussions of your actions or inactions. So take that however it resonates. Let me get to your guys' spirit messages. Pile 3's spirit messages. So messages for pile 3's financials, careers. Let's see. Emotional poverty. Brought to you by the universe. Again, that world. Way. Some of you may be stuck on a situation at work. If you guys are coming here from pile 3, you may be dealing with this person, this King of Swords energy. I think there was a King of Swords energy in the last pile. Hold on, let me check real quick. It was a Queen of Swords, actually. I believe. Don't quote me. That was like maybe 1 or 2 readings ago. Okay, whatever. Anyways, but if you're coming here from pile 2, this may be relevant to us, to, the jealous people around you. Maybe this may be a third party work situation where you're mixing and mingling, love and finances, which makes it tight, and you have to kind of step lightly or whatever. Or this could be just a boss that, maybe, kind of troublesome for you at work or something, or jealous, perhaps because they're attracted to you, or there's tension. Anyways, could be that you have a nice waist, slender waist, or something. There's an emotional poverty here, though. This needs to be fixed. Maybe even with this whole work situation, if it is a work situation and some of you have been feeling left out. Princess, hug. So perhaps if this is a work thing, maybe they might call you their princess, or might think of you as their princess, and they like to hug, or you may want to hug them. The letter I, the letter S, the letter C, A, U, R, I, W, or M. For some reason, this gave me the idea of Caucasian, maybe. Alright, sorry about that, pile 3. Jeez. Yeah, some of you guys are here from pile 2. Jeez. Makes me wonder if you guys are kind of going back and forth again. Battles around you, or having to deal with stuff back and forth. Let's see. We have car. Us. I heard Oscar for some of you. We. Wise. Wistful. I don't know. You guys figure it out here. Make up your own letters here. Whatever works for you. Or carry you. I carry you. Or whatever. Anyways. These are your messages. Pile 3. Basically, stop procrastinating at work. Get to it. Get your nose to the grindstone. So start putting in effort into the things that you do, and start focusing on your job. Basically, start putting in the work. Start putting in the hard work so that you can, move forward. For some of you, you may end up being promoted once you accomplish putting in that, that work. Balance yourselves and get out of that emotional poverty. This always reminds me also at the same time of like the 5 of Pentacles. So perhaps you haven't been feeling fulfilled even at work, and that some of you, I feel like it might be a lack mindset, something that's kind of digging deep within yourselves, where like, why do you feel like that? And or maybe even, why does the place of work feel that way when you get there, if it's only at work? So pay attention to your surroundings and really analyze what is around you so that you can make the best decisions and tread lightly on your situation as well. But yeah, that's all I have for you, pile 3. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know how it resonates in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. What is up, pile 4? Breathe it in. Breathe it all in. Alright. If you guys chose the quarter or 25 cents, this is your reading. So, Indiana. Some of you guys may be from Indiana or might know somebody. I don't know. Whatever resonates. 1816 might be relevant. Crossroads of America. And then there's a little Formula 1 car. And 2002 might be relevant. Or some of you may really like stars as well. So you guys can check it out. If I can get a 2. Yep. Anyways, this is your reading, pile 4. Hope you guys are doing good today. So these are going to be your career and finance messages, general messages, lessons and themes that you should watch out for, and just general advice. So, stalling yourself will only lead you to more disruption. Take smaller steps, smaller focused steps. There's a reiteration and emphasis on that focus. Caution and vigilance. For some of you guys, you may be here from pile 3 and possibly even pile 2. Or they may be, the energy's intermingled between 1 and 2. Not 1 and 2, but I mean like the pile options. Because I know for me, sometimes I know I get certain messages in a certain specific order that will actually make more sense to me. So do pay attention to that. If you're drawn to a certain, say maybe pile 2 and then pile 4 and then pile 3, or pile 2, 3 and then 4, or whatever, or pile 3, 4 and 2, whatever. This is just an example. It's not, if it's relevant to you, just take what is, you get the gist. Stop wasting time. So you have the Temperance, 7 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you need to balance yourself and really start reconstructing or constructing what the best or ideal work situation would be for you. Perhaps you maybe even meet or know somebody really important in your work situation that might help you, but you need to put in the effort and start really or maybe you've been feeling, the hard work for low reward, but there is a need for patience to continue to put in the hard work and just be patient, because in the near future, you will have a harvest a mature harvest that you will be able to reap the rewards of that. But you need to be able to take the smaller steps in order to reach your goals. Not only that, especially if you're working on something or a big business idea or something that has to do with your own personal development when it comes to work and advancement in your career, you need to put in the work in the areas that maybe you may have been procrastinating as well, and really balance yourself out in those areas or polish yourself up so that you can really be like the shiny new thing, or be offered even a raise, more financial stability, with the Ace of Pentacles, or the offering of something new or a new job, or maybe even promoting your own self into your own business, your own work, whatever it is. But in the now, you need to plan on new concepts and goals. You need to start focusing on fixing the issues now and really polishing yourself up for your work. Let's see what other messages you got. Lack of flexibility, stubborn, take the risk, radical changes. Yeah, you need to start making some changes when it comes to, your career and your finances. Start, again, planning out, strategizing how you're going to polish yourself up so that you can, be more successful and move forward in your career and finances. For some of you, I heard for radical changes for them big bucks. So maybe that's something that you got to worry about. Again, for some of you, you may end up encountering and meeting an important business partner, but they maybe even a mentor that may be even telling you, okay, you got to work on this and this. And you may at first be, let me slow myself down. They may be telling you that perhaps maybe you're a little too impulsive when it comes to this at work, or making this decision, or, just, maybe perhaps giving you constructive criticism. Or somebody that is, just opinionated. You may think they're problematic or dramatic at times. They can be outspoken at work, or, especially if it's a mentor, they may be outspoken towards your work specifically. But it is sometimes even, the energy that I get is like, they're hard on you because they see the potential that you have to offer. You just need to put in the work into it, and you need to be more flexible about, fixing the perception of, is it an area that I need to work on? Is this something that I am not aware of or aware to? Because it's, so deeply ingrained in my unconscious, habitual psyche, the things and cycles that you do. This person is sturdy, strong-willed, has a special temperament, but they're well respected. I feel like they're very reserved, very straightforward, like direct boss, and they're very like reserved and calm. But at the same time, I feel like this person can really like bring down the hammer when they need to, like really speak up about something. As again, they still are, they can still be very opinionated. So this is more like an elevated or like a boss figure, especially if you're here from pile 2. Yeah, pile 2. 2, 3, whatever. Those two, I feel like are intermingled with maybe even this pile. So, pile 2. So if you were drawn to pile 2, I would definitely go check that out. But again, this could be a mentor that, it's coming in, as an important friendship or an important partnership that you're going to be able to, balance the scales out when it comes to you and help you really elevate. You just need to be able to be less rigid and more flexible when it comes to learning from this person. Perhaps some of you, when it comes to like work, you may be taking things a little bit more personal than they actually are. And don't. Just don't. It's not personal. It's just work. I'm not saying, don't observe and like just don't engage or anything like that. But I'm saying like there's certain things and certain behaviors that is just like, just leave that at home. And some things that's, keep work at work and home at home type of deal. And this is that. So, long-term good luck, notice surroundings and reflect. Follow your heart and truth. Nostalgia. Maybe this might even be somebody from the past that, is coming up as a mentor, or somebody that you admire as well, or someone that you had a previous connection that will help you, kind of understand as well. I feel like this person is here on your financial path to maybe, even teach you things that you may not be aware of as well. This person, I feel like they may be like very straightforward and passionate about what they do, and they like what they do generally. They're very like just a no nonsense, no BS type of boss. They can be a little bit fiery sometimes if it is a fiery figure, or you need to embody this energy yourself so that you can, or maybe you've been a little too problematic or too opinionated with a lack of flexibility, or vice versa. However this works for you, whether this is your energy needing to embody this type of energy to get out of, wasting time or procrastinating in the areas that you need to put in the work, or if it's, mentor. But let's see what the ancestors have to say. Let's see. I just thought about something. We have a 7 here. Obviously 7s, you put in work and stuff like that, stand for luck, la 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 la. But the quarter is at 25 cents. 2 and 5 equals 7 as well. So for some of you, 7 might be important. You might be in life path 7 if you are or not. But this connection may have to do with something to do with the past and, needing to let go of certain fears that come with it. So let's see. Pile 4. Ancestors' messages regarding their careers and their finances. Somebody is watching. Somebody is big watching. Ooh, they don't want to know. Just jumping around. Somebody is watching you guys at work, so caution, vigilance. If, there is a work situation that you're being looked at to see. I feel like perhaps your superiors are looking at your work, or they're watching you. They're just not telling you, So pay attention to the things that you're doing. Be very vigilant, because if you stall yourself in your work effort, it's going to lead to disruption. For some of you, this may be a demotion or a loss of a job if you don't get it together. For others, you're going to be offered a position of leadership, which is why I feel like some of you may have been attracted to pile 2 and 3, or 2 or 3. Forever and special. Well, that's like the first time that I noticed these things have another word in the back. Am I crazy? Or is this just a special print? I don't know. Whatever. Forever special. So, let's see. Inhale confidence. Exhale doubts. So, some of you really need to start believing in yourself. Start sitting in those roots and digging deep to the things that truly make you happy when it comes to your finances, and really immerse yourself in those passions. What does it say? Look at the stars. Some of you need to look towards the stars, or start shooting towards the stars when it comes to your career, your finances, your jobs. High Priestess, you're being asked to pretty much go inward and work on yourself. Start developing yourself. Start seeking knowledge. Start really culturing yourself in your career and, work situation. Major boundaries. Some of you need to establish major boundaries, especially if you're coming here from other piles. May be relevant. August, you may see some traction or movement in August, or maybe this situation might be a lot more, it may start now or may have started now, but the speculation may peak in August, and you may be being watched from here until August when it comes to your performance or your job. So please take heed to pay attention to what it is that you're doing, and really don't procrastinate. Don't waste time, and be very careful about the things that you do. For some of you here, you need to go by the book so that you can succeed and move forward as well. Dress. For some of you, maybe the way that you dress might catch maybe even certain people's attention at work, or dress code. Don't push me. Maybe you may be dealing with a situation where somebody might have crossed the line with you at work. You need to cut that out. I'm on a soul mission, especially if you're trying to elevate yourself, really put in that work, and, you'll be able to really get things done. Say yes to change. Again, there's a need for change here. And that need for change is going to actually allow you to reach higher levels. But there are some major boundaries that need to be set, as well as, a lot of work that needs to, be put into the self to reach, the level that you want to be at. Motivate me. Some of you guys need more motivation. Secret and beauty. All of this drives me crazy. So maybe there's somebody at work, or maybe even this opinionated person at work. They might be feeling crazy over you or something. I don't know. Just please tread carefully. Be safe, especially if this is a work situation that's involving love. Take care of your finances. Always. Work through the pain. I want to see the last pile got this as well. So, for some of you, if you got drawn to the last 2 piles, perhaps this situation, I feel like it's a third party situation, maybe each one of these piles represents each one of you, or a different side, or a side of you, or a different perspective to the work environment. So there may be like different facets to the same situation, you know, kind of like a diamond, you know, different facets of the same, you know, the same rock. But perhaps you have to look at things through different perspectives as well to gain a higher knowledge, or maybe go deeper into that high priestess to get a better perspective or understanding of the situation. Earth, maybe this person might be an earth sign, or maybe there is just an entire need to ground yourself, or maybe this person wants to root down with you. There be, you know, if it's a work situation, you know, and you're coming from another pile and having to tread lightly, you know, maybe they might be choosing you over someone else, and there's the jealousies there. So please go check out the other piles if you were drawn to them. And then bitter, someone is bitter, or someone is going to be bitter about the whole situation. You know, even if this is a promotion at work, there could be bitter, you know, bitter coworkers that are pissed because they didn't get the position. Or there's a lot of S's. Snakes. Lots and lots of snakes. Or significant others. Somebody's significant others. Maybe SOS. Needing help. Somebody may be needing help. That, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, I know this is not a B, but I got boss. You know, but these are pretty much the messages that I have for you, pile 4. I hope that resonates. It's pretty straightforward. This energy doesn't feel as quite heavy as pile 3. It actually feels like this is the energy that's moving more, I guess, progressively, or if this is the mentor for some of you. If you're coming from the other piles, you might know or understand. But yes, thanks for being here. Let me know how it resonates in the comments, pile 4. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, follow me on Instagram at Vendesta, and check out my website, DestaviasDesigns.com, as well as follow me on Instagram at Destavias_designs, to check out my shop and stuff. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. See you guys later. I hope you guys have a great day. Toodaloo.